Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, liebe Fußballfreunde im Namen des Schweizerischen Fußballverbandes und der UEFA begrüßen wir Sie recht herzlich hier in Gümligen, Bern zum Futsal-Qualifikationsturnier der UEFA für die Euro 2026. Am heutigen Tag stehen zwei Spiele der ersten Runde an, und zwar jetzt gleich um 17 Uhr das Spiel zwischen Malta und Schottland und dann um 20 Uhr das Spiel zwischen der Schweiz und Gibraltar. Die weiteren Spiele, die finden dann morgen am 11. April um 17 Uhr und 20 Uhr statt, sowie dann am Samstag am 13. April nachmittags um 15 Uhr und um 18 Uhr. Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear fans from futsal, on behalf of the Swiss Football Association and the UEFA, we would like to...
Ladies and gentlemen, dear fans of futsal, welcome to Switzerland, Bern. The Moby Arena is the home of today's matchup between Malta and Scotland. We're in the preliminary round of the UEFA Euro qualification. The teams that reach the first and second place in this game will be able to go to the next round of qualification and dream of being part of the Euros. Today we're seeing Malta face Scotland later today, then Switzerland as the hosts will face the nation of Gibraltar. Both teams are lined up. Let's wait for the national anthems. Players will be presented. Scotland today with Benjamin O'Hanlon. Number 2, Kyle Ballingle. Number 3, Ross Cameron. Number 4, Mark Chisholm. Number 5 is James Grant. Number 6, Caleb Holness. Number 7, Oscar Lucas. Number 8, Kai Lawless. Number 9, Richie Gavin. Number 10, Scott Smith. Number 11, Conor McLaren. Number 12, Robert Black. And number 14, Adam Fairweather, together with number 15, Christopher Angus. The team of Malta today with number 1, Clint Mifsud, number 2, Andre Ciancio, number 3, Celino Alves de Freitas, number 4, Michael Borg, number 5, Andre Caccia, number 6, Giancarlo Sammut, number 7, Matthew Attard, number 9, Mark Zammit, number 10, Maicon da Silva, number 11, Andy Mannion, number 12, Ryan Gamara, Memera, number 13, Cleveland Portelli, number 14, Marrwan Telisi, and number 15, Stephen Camilleri.
Liebe Fußballfans aus aktuellem Anlass, bitte Sie sich für die Nationalhymne der beiden Länder von den Sitzplätzen zu
Now we
erheben.
go to the national anthems of both countries. We'll start with the national anthem of Scotland.
Timekeeper from Switzerland, Daniel Matkovic. Liebe Fußballfans aus aktuellem Anlass, bitte Sie sich für die Nationalhymne der beiden Länder von den Sitzplätzen zu erheben. Die Futsal-Fans, we kindly ask you to stand up from your seats from the national anthem of both countries.
the long and epic national anthems of both teams.
Liebe Fußballfreunde, ich wünsche euch jetzt hier zum ersten Qualifikationsspiel zur Euro 2026.
So we're looking at a pretty even
Viel Vergnügen und
duel
Folgendes
between both teams, Malta and Scotland.
Malta and Scotland, and then tonight with the team from
Here we're
Gibraltar and
also
Scotland.
seeing the
A
referees.
good game, an exciting
Gabor
game,
Kovacs
a fair game.
is the main referee tonight. Gabor Kovacs in the middle. He's assisted by Maria Myslovska from Ukraine and by Kamil Chetin, the third referee. Today's timekeeper is Swiss Daniel Matkovic. All of them FIFA referees. We're getting ready for the game. Captains of both teams now joining the referees. Kyle Bellingham on the Scottish side. Mark Sammut is the captain for the Maltese team. And it's been a long introduction. We gotta switch now to our native German. I could try to commentate the game in English, but I think I would make rather a fool of myself, and you would not enjoy it as much, even though I will still keep some of the updates in English for you. Both teams are getting ready. Scotland is starting with Clint Mifsud in goal, and then four men in front of him. We have Andy Magnan, we have Maicon da Silva Gajewski, we have Stephen Camilleri, and with the number 3, Celino Alves da Silva. Game has started. On Malta's side, we see today in goal. Oh, okay, sorry. I gave you the wrong names before. My apologize. On Malta's side today, Misford in goal starting, Clint Misford. Then we have a double team of Mark Sammut together with Marrwan Telisi, with Celino Alves de Freitas, and number 10, Maicon da Silva Gajewski. First ball out. Scotland is starting with Benjamin O'Hanlon in goal, and then we see Ross Cameron with the number 3. We see Scott Smith, Conor McLaren, and number 15, Christopher Angus. All are starting. Maicon da Silva plays it out on a wing, but that ball is too long. Too much power from the Scotchman. I apologize for the clock. It will not always be 100% sharp. We could not hook it up to the stadium system, so it will be done manually. First free kick of the game. Scotland is taking aim with the number 10 with Scott Smith. And we have our shots indicator that indicates the fouls that have been made is our foul counter. And Malta has just now gotten itself the first one. So above the names of both teams, you'll have the shot counter that will count the fouls. As you're aware, this will be a problem. If a team reaches 5 fouls within a half, after that every additional foul will be a free kick rewarded without wall, 10 meters distance to the goal. Alves, Celino Alves, leading the ball, playing with Telisi. That's captain Sammut. Maicon making his way up. Well, Alves sought his partner. He was looking for Telisi on the far post, but didn't get him. Time to readjust the clock. This will be a constant one here. Readjusting the clock. Informing you of the game. And now the good attack and first strike from number 11. We saw Conor McLaren try it, but that shot was blocked. And now Christopher Angus goes to the ground, gets another foul. Malta has committed the second one in less than 2 minutes of game time. Ross Cameron is taking aim. He has Angus to his left. He has Scott to his right. He tries it on his own, and it's just above the target. Here, Angus took a lot of time, but then just above target. No problem for Mifsud in the goal. And now the first strike of aluminium. We have Telisi, Marrwan Telisi, that made a little space for himself and then stroke just above, and that's the goal! Telisi puts his team in front. Marrwan Telisi. Marrwan Telisi puts Malta in front. Strike over the left side. Telisi was lingering in the slot, and he scored for Malta.
Scored by number 14, Marrwan Telisi.
Alves leading the ball now. Alves over the left wing, loses it. And I apologize, but I will really switch to German now. I think it will be a huge favor to all of us. Ja, jetzt auch auf Deutsch endlich. Hier also. Malta führt. Und jetzt ein Abschluss von der Nummer 11 von Scott Conor McLaren, der hier quer läuft und die Latte sucht. Maicon mit dem Ball. Maicon. Celino Alves. Captain Sammut. Borg, Michael Borg. Celino Alves, überall. Borg. Alves. Borg. Maicon sucht Borg am rechten Flügel. Borg gegen McLaren. Maicon versucht Tempo aufzunehmen, schafft es nicht. Jetzt Doppelpass mit Alves. Handspiel wird moniert, aber kein Problem. Ross Cameron war da nur mit dem oberen Teil der Brust dran, kein Handspiel. Und jetzt kurze Verschnaufpause für die Teams. (15:53) noch zu spielen. Intensität in diesem Spiel. Let's settle the question for the commentary language now with a little poll. We're having James Grant losing the ball to Andre Chancho, but his teammates make up for it. Now the big chance, and he could have done more with it. James Grant. Great recuperation by Scotland, looking for Grant there on the far post, but Grant couldn't control the ball quite well. Then he tries with the outside of his foot, but just flicks it way too far from the post. And again, well defended by Oscar Lucas, taking the ball away from number 6, from Giancarlo Sammut. Borg. Sammut now looking for the outside of his foot again, but well disturbed by Kai Lawless, who didn't allow him too much space, didn't give him the space he needed to strike that ball accordingly. 14 minutes and 45 seconds to go in his first half. Lucas. Oh, Lucas lost his footing there shortly and then looking for Lawless. But the Maltese were making pressure, were applying some pressure on him. Malta now taking their time. Borg looking for his colleague Sammut. Whoa! And these are the moments you go to the stadium for. These are the moments we love this sport for. What a goal by Giancarlo Sammut! What a strike, Giancarlo Sammut! What a goal! Let's have a look at it again. Quick on their feet, the Maltese, with Borg looking for Sammut. He takes it with his chest and then does a little bicicleta. What a volley! Almost as if it was beach soccer. Already a highlight of the tournament. Sammut making it 2-0 for Malta with an awesome strike. And again, Sammut on the ball. Malta have more of the game. Let's see how this looks by the end of the first half. The Scottish could have a physical advantage. They have one in height, but in this futsal, in football, in the auditorium, it makes not too much sense to be too big. And this is the thing that the Scottish are now just experiencing. Again a foul. Well seen by referee Maria Myslovska from Ukraine. She spotted that foul. That's the third one already for Malta. This could be somewhat of a hindrance for Malta. If they keep it up in this rhythm, they'll have 5 by the 10-minute mark, and then Scotland could use fouls as a strategy to get those free kicks without a wall. So the Maltese would be advised not to commit too many of those. I apologize to all the Maltese friends. The Maltese logo in all red just blends too well into the red graphics that we have. I will try to fix that in halftime. Oh, well done by Scotland's number 14. He's taken aim, but he's been carried out of play. Adam Fairweather, was it, who took that ball upon himself, but then Marrwan Telisi, the goal scorer for the 1-0, and Celino Alves ran him a little out of field. Oh, and he's trying it again, the long ball from Celino Alves, this time for Maicon, but Maicon could not strike it. 12:38 to go. We have to adjust the clock again one more time. Well pressed by Maicon, but the referee Kovac saw a ball going out of play. Maicon. Yeah, of course, there's some Brazilian and Portuguese roots with a lot of these Maltese players, and you can see it. The finesse with which they strike that ball, with which they slide the futsal through the football, through that hardwood floor. Very nice to look at. And for the moment, also very successful. A little under 9 minutes gone in this game, and Malta is leading 2-0. Maicon, but well defended by Oscar Lucas. Now for the first time, O'Hanlon also leaving his goal, trying to be proactive in defending. Kick in for Malta. Again, Lucas on it, but Alves strikes. Aluminium again strikes a crossbar. Lucas blocks, and then Alves just goes for it and hits the crossbar. Let's have a look at it again. Oh no, we have to go back to the live. What a strike, O'Hanlon. Just about had it with his left hand. Again, Malta trying to build up on a lead. This time it was defenseman with the number 8, Scottish number 8, Kai Lawless, defending that ball. And now perfect tackling by James Grant. Grant sliding into this pass. Otherwise he couldn't have saved his goalkeeper, which would have been exposed. Oh, Marwan tries the Rabona. Now Malta's getting a little cocky. Of course, that strike for the second goal gave them a little bit of hope. Maicon, and well defended again by the Scottish. Ross Cameron. No, Ross Cameron, sorry. Again, James Grant, who threw himself into that shot. As I was saying, Malta are getting a little bit ahead of themselves, trying some tricks, trying the easy plays. Let's see if that is their way to success, or if Scotland will be able to capitalize on that. One thing is clear, the Scottish are a little less gifted with the ball, as far as we could see by now. Perfect execution again, Telisi. Marrwan Telisi gets a long ball, tries it, and Scotland also trying to strike a direct game, taking on speed over the left wing. This is one of the solutions Misfit had to intervene. Mifsud, Clint Mifsud in the Maltese goal. Celino Alves. Alves gets the ball. Far behind in left field. Alves looking for his colleague, looking for Michael Borg. We have Andy Mannion looking for the ball. Maicon will take him on 1 versus 1 McLaren. Maicon goes with speed, plays with Alves, Borg. Mannion still lingering there, just waiting for the pass that didn't arrive. Scotland forcing them back to their own half. Now's the chance for forechecking, but Malta controls it. Actually very well done by McLaren and by Holness, who had the possibility to take aim here, to keep the pressing in Malta's half. But Malta just lets that ball run perfectly through its ranks, and that has nothing to do for the Scottish. They have to become a little more aggressive. Oh, I'm sorry. The clock is doing clock things. Now it's up to date again. What's the consensus in the chat? How are you liking the game so far? And of course, if you have any kind of issue, please let us know. Here in the YouTube live chat, we'll try to fix it. Oh, very well. How Malta attacks with 3 men, but also well done by Holness, Caleb Holness, but then he loses the ball. Bellingham keeps his team alive, but McLaren just strikes it far off the right post. No chance for Scotland to make it 2-1. Well, the Scottish have the defending now down to a T. It looks they're moving well, keeping Malta at a distance. But they still need to score 2 goals to be in this game. Sammut. And yeah, that was Borg. Wanting too much out of that situation. Takes on some speed over the right side, but then hits it way too hard. Scott Smith kept looking for a chance to attack this ball, but Malta kept him at a distance. Now Smith was run out of the field. The Maltese players looking for a handball whistle that didn't come. 6:50 still to go in this first half. Ballingal, the captain, playing with McLaren, who's been seeing a lot of playing time, McLaren. And Malta strikes again. The fourth foul this means. Oh no, was decided in the other direction. Well, misinterpreted by me. I thought this was the fourth foul of Malta, but the referee, Kovac, saw interference by the Scottish player, attacker foul. Foul of the attacking player. Attard playing with Chancho, but well done by the Scottish to press him out. Well, can futsal become the third strongest entity for the Scottish FA? We have the male national team doing very well, the women's national team doing extraordinary actually. Can now the futsal national team be the one to take things up a notch, bring new popularity onto this sport? Field hockey is still very popular in Scotland. Could it someday lose out to futsal? Free kick just on the 6-meter line. Christopher Angus looking again like he did in the beginning of the game. There he struck far too high. Now McLaren is there to serve him. And it's blocked by Mifsud. And then Scott with a foul, of course, had to take this one for the team. Otherwise the counter-attack would have been brutal. Let's look again at the strike by Angus. And it's blocked by Borg, actually, in the wall. 5:29. Three to two falls. The Maltese have done well. Lowered the aggression, but of course they were leading 2-0. So no need to be overly aggressive. Maikon now overhits this pass, looking for Marrwan Telisi. 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go in this first half. Scotland is getting better and better into this game. But still, not too much attacking prowess. Let's see if they can change it. But now they've been hit. Counter-attack, 3 on 1, and they miss it. Michael Alves, Celino Alves. Scott loses the ball. Scott Smith and then Alves. And they had all the time in the world, but Alves tries to do it on his own and lifts the ball just way too much above O'Hanlon in the Scotland goal, and so also above his crossbar. Alves goes at it again. Angus in between, and Marrwan tries to sneak that one away. Marrwan Telisi tries to dive into this ball. Angus with the short back pass. O'Hanlon gets lucky that Marrwan Telisi doesn't hit that ball the way he wanted it. 4:25. And no success. They took too long to kick it in. No throw-ins in futsal, as you know. Alves overhitting again. 4:14 to go. Looking for their men. The Scottish. Mark Chisholm was looking to find Angus, but couldn't. Chisholm. Cameron. And the ball's out. Oh, overhit again by Maicon. Was looking for that distance strike. Alves playing out to captain Sammut, but O'Hanlon was there. Gavin looking for the cross, but Telisi blocks him away. .183 seconds to go in this first half. Scotland would need that goal to lower the distance. Cut it in half. They're looking for it. But intercepted. Oscar Lucas was looking for Grant on the far post. And we see our first yellow card of the game. Maicon. Three fouls, as indicated on our shot clock. Alves. That was a good idea by Caleb Honus. Unfortunately, Grant couldn't take on the speed to play the quick 1-2. O'Hanlon rises above, catches the ball, but Alves goes between him. Celino Alves. The Maltese playmaker. 2:54 to go. Honus. Grant. Oh, mistake by Grant. Or great anticipation by Alves. Grant looking for Honus. Alves goes in between, but O'Hanlon is there. Now counter. Honus. Grant. Lucas. Playing it out to Lawless. Lawless tries a strike! Hits the crossbar! Very well done by Kai Lawless. saw himself with a little space, no real option to pass the ball onto, and so he just tried the strike. Very good strike by Lawless. Lucas waiting too long. Lawless, Lucas, Grant, but the ball was already out of bounds. Two minutes to go. Malta with Portelli now. Sammut. Borg. Borg holding the ball, looking for his teammates, Kakia. Portelli. Borg almost tries to intercept. Something that Lawless manages then, but Portelli takes the ball from him. Last 80 seconds, Portelli. Sammut. Kakia. Portelli. Borg. Sammut takes over. Looks for the run, but his colleagues didn't make it. Sammut. Borg. Keeps the patience. Portelli. Sammut could take him one-on-one, doesn't do it. Goes out. And Sammut again. Borg. Now it's just a matter of 40 seconds. They will run the clock out, try for maybe one more run into the slot in front of O'Hanlon. Kakia, but very well defended by Scotland. Portelli finds Sammut on the wrong foot, and that ball is Scottish. Holmes, but referee Kovac doesn't want Portelli to shove his opponent. Fourth foul for Malta, but without consequences. Oh, well tried by the Scottish. Ballingallen looking for Lucas, didn't find him. And the clock still says 4. Now 1, and it's over. O'Hanlon has the ball. We'll go into a short break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with sound for you. Don't go away. Scotland is still in the game as they grew throughout this first half. Telisi and Sammut scored the first 2 goals for Malta. We'll be back in a few. Well, the teams are back and so are we for the second half of this fixture. Malta is leading by 2 goals. Telisi and Sammut have scored them. And now it's time for the second half. Gabor Kovac sends ons underway for the second play. Let me quickly correct the shots counter that indicates the fouls. Of course, after half time, we reset. 19:36 to go. Alves found McLaren takes on the whole team. Scotland now with O'Hanlon, McLaren, Smith, Ballingali and Ritchie on the field. Whereas Malta's playing with Mifsud, Telisi, Maicon, Alves, and first real strike of the second half, Gavin Ritchie. Sneaks away on the left side, is found by McLaren, and then tries the far post, but just overhits it. Maicon taking on the ball, playing with Alves. Alves, Manjon takes on the ball, Manjon. Telisi. Very relaxed play by Malta. Maicon, Alves. Well done by the Scotsman. Getting the ball back for his team. It was Scott, the man with the number 10. Scott Smith. Keeps saying it the wrong way around. Cameron tries it by header, but not too much danger coming off of that. Ross Cameron. Quite the sharp angle anyway for Cameron to try it. Oh. I missed the first foul for Malta. Of course, we apply it to the counter as well as this one. Maria Mislovska now with the second yellow card of the game for Malta. Gavin. Ballingali couldn't bring that pass to his man. Couldn't reach him. Telisi looking for Maicon. Maicon tries it himself. The outside of the net is O'Hanlon's best friend in this moment. The sparse crowd for this first matchup here in Switzerland. Got a little agitated, but it was just the outside of the net. Scotland growing in the game, and Grant looking for the 2-1 score, for that one goal to shorten the distance. Grant tries it like Quaresma with the outside of his foot, but doesn't hit the target. Maicon playing on. Maicon tries it with the left, and O'Hanlon flies into another big save. O'Hanlon, come fly with him, he says. And again, a big strike. Sorry, they took forever for the corner and then just hit it quickly. Now Maicon again. Oh, beautiful how he touches that ball. Puts it on his left foot, but O'Hanlon flies towards the sphere and keeps it out of goal. "16 minutes to go here in Bern, Gumlingen, little town just outside of the Swiss capital, where the Scottish and the Maltese will play 3 times. Tomorrow, Scotland will take on Switzerland, and Malta will take on Gibraltar. Everything, all 6 games live here on our YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all the futsal action from this preliminary round. Scotland trying to get out of the pressure applied by Malta. Didn't quite work out at first. Very well done by Lawless, but his shot, no real threat. Alves wanted to kick in. O'Hanlon takes a little time, finds Honus and Grant. Lucas, Lawless. Oh, mistake by Grant, and Alves doesn't want to know anything. Scores for the 3-0. Malta apply the lead. Celino Alves is the goal scorer for Malta, 3-0. Grant with a mistake, and Alves says merci and strikes it past O'Hanlon. Here again, Grant let that ball fall down. And all the 4 countries here, of course, are at the early stages of development in futsal. That's why they need to go through this preliminary round before the 2 best ones can participate in the real qualification, in the main qualification round. But you see clearly the difference in technical abilities of Maltese players and Scottish players, and the Scottish players are paying the price for it. Penalty. Borg is taking on the responsibility for Malta. O'Hanlon and Borg. Michael Borg scores! Hammers it under the crossbar. And it's Malta's game to lose now, 4-0. Michael Borg. Michael Borg. With the coolness of a cyborg. Smashes it. Past O'Hanlon. Very well. Stroke penalty.
26th minute, fourth goal for Malta.
Michael Borg.
Michael Borg.
Now on the ball. Borg. Sammut. Borg again. Playing with that hard. Borg. Chancho. Andre Chancho. Chancho. Attard. Matthew Attard. Michael Borg. Oh, missed understanding, but Chancho was there. Well, Scotland needs to improve its attacking, needs to become a threat, otherwise they will have a hard time. Chancho tries it, but Caleb Honus blocks it. 13 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second half. Malta looking to take home the first 3 points of this tournament. The big question is, will they be able to afterwards take on the first place? Or will Gibraltar and Switzerland, will one of them do better? Either way, it will be a short-lived fun, because tomorrow, or short-lived pain also for Scotland, because tomorrow both teams will be back in action. Scotland again at 4 o'clock your time in Scotland, playing against Gibraltar, and no, Malta will be at 6 o'clock Maltese time, 5 o'clock Swiss time, playing Switzerland, playing Gibraltar and Scotland at 7 o'clock Scottish time. 8 o'clock Swiss time, will be facing host Switzerland. A little more than 12 minutes to go. Borg. For those who are new to our channel, the shot clock indicates for you how many fouls each team had in this half. Malta has been caught twice red-handed, Scotland once. But Malta dominating the game, a lot of technical and tactical know-how. An advantage in experience, but also if you look at the ages, the oldest player in Malta's team, was born 1986, which makes him a 38-year-old. The oldest player in the Scottish team was born 1990, 34-year-old Christopher Angus. A lot of experience. O'Hanlon, no problem taking on this ball. 11:34 to go. Attard. Attard on the left wing. Oh, well done by Chancho. Andre Chancho, is he going for himself? No. Tries to slid it over for Sammut. And well defended by Scott Smith. The man with the two surnames, almost. Scott and Smith. And Borg tries it again, this time out of the distance. But no real danger for O'Hanlon, Benjamin O'Hanlon in Scottish goal. Scott Smith, James Grant finds Honus, but Attard closes down the distance, doesn't let Honus take control of the ball. Grant looking for Smith. Ritchie, Gavin Ritchie is through, and for the first time we see Clint Mifsud actually intervening into the game after his save in the first half. Mifsud running out of his goal area to stop the attack by the Scottish youngster. Gavin Ritchie, born the 23rd of October 1999, not 2000. That was a chance for Scotland. The aforementioned Gavin not being able to put that ball inside of the goal. Well played by Lucas, but Gavin couldn't make it out to that ball. Mike on with some magic over the left wing, finds Alves. He looked for his captain, for Mark Sammut, but that ball was too strongly hit. 9:57 to go. Less than a quarter of this game time, and we have our first time out. Scotland takes some time to readjust the game and hopefully get back into it. Okay. How long have I been off? I'm sorry. The sound went off on its own. How long have I been off? Mifsud goes hard into this duel. Well, sorry for that again, for the sound jumping off. You missed all the clever things I said. McLaren. Oh, well done by Lucas, but McLaren doesn't manage to store it inside the net. Very well played by Lawless and Lucas, and McLaren shows up on the second post but misses the ball. And so we continue. Malta keeps up, leading 5-1. Telisi. Oh, well done by Lucas, but Lawless strikes it with way too much power. Borg. Michael Borg. Telisi, well done by Telisi, and better by O'Hanlon. Gets in the way of Andre Kakia, who would have otherwise scored Malta's fifth. O'Hanlon quickly outside of his own box to deal with it. And Borg trying something, didn't quite hit it. Well played. Scotland trying to build up the game. Ever since that timeout, they've become better. Well done, but Cliffsett. Open play, long balls. Now for the last 5 minutes and a half. Mifsud wants to get out of his goal. Chisholm loses the ball, but well done by Gavin to keep it in the Scottish ranks. 5:09. Smith, Scott Smith, Angus. Oh, well done by Gavin. And Angus didn't know what came his way. Had a chance to score, but was surprised in the end by that ball. Let's have a look at it again. Angus! Not quite, not Angus, sorry, Ross Cameron. Got to a great chance by surprise. Honus. Gavin. Caught by Borg. Portelli. Borg. Telisi. Chancha. Kacha. Kacha with the ball. Telisi. Portelli, Telisi. Kacha. Chancho. Ross Cameron. Ross Cameron with the ball. Caleb Honus. Cameron looks to find Smith. Smith, Honus! And the new keeper. Keeps it clean. Ryan Marmara between the posts for Malta. Intervenes when Caleb Honus was looking to score the one goal for Scotland. Well, now this is futsal, not football, so there's still time for Scotland to make it up, but for that they would need to take control of the game. Fourth foul for Malta. Sammut. Too much control. Stephen Camilleri. Malta using the whole squad. Camilleri. Ettard. Camilleri. Sammut. The man who scored the best goal of the night, Sammut. Ross Cameron. Camilleri. Chancho. Lucas takes on the ball. Oscar Lucas leaves it for his teammate, for Lawless, Kai Lawless. McLaren finds Grant. Grant plays it back to Lawless. Lawless and Lucas just gets in between the ball and Attard. And we have 90 seconds left of play here in Gumlingen in Bern, Moby Arena. O'Hanlon takes the ball, finds Lawless, chance, and now that's a strike! Goal for Scotland! Kai Lawless! A collective effort by the Scottish. Kai Lawless, O'Hanlon gets it started. Lawless dips it down with his header, and then Lucas serves it up on a platter. Still some time for Scotland to make good on some damage. And let's not forget, the goal difference could be a divider in the end when it comes to the maths on Saturday after 3 games. So Scotland would do best to score another one. Lucas, Grant, Lawless. Now they're getting warm, it looks, the Scottish ones. Lawless, well intercepted by Sammut. Attard, Sammut, Camilleri. Last 24 seconds of play. Sammut, Camilleri. Scotland will have to attack if they want to get another chance on scoring here. Camilleri takes it on. Camilleri, Grant hinders him on playing. Chacho finds the back of Lucas. Legs, and we are over! Malta wins this one 4-0. Telisi, Marrwan Telisi scored the first one. Then it was Carlo Sammut with the second one. The third goal belonged to Celino Alves, and the fourth one, penalty stroke and shot by Michael Borg. Scotland then tried to lower the damage, and they did it with this goal that we're looking at now. Kai Lawless scored the 4-1, and that leaves us with the end result of 4-1. Let's of course acknowledge again our referee team, Gabor Kovac, Maria Mislovska, Kamil Chetin, and Daniel Matkovic, timekeeper. Those are our referees. We will be back in a little more than an hour with the next game, Switzerland against Gibraltar. I would be delighted to see some of you back for the game. And otherwise, tomorrow your teams will be back in play. Malta will face Gibraltar at 5 o'clock Swiss time. And Scotland will take on Switzerland at 8 o'clock Swiss time. So, thank you all for listening. Thank you for watching. Thanks to the UEFA and the Swiss Federation for their trust in us. And I'll see you in about an hour for the next matchup, Switzerland against Gibraltar. Thank you and have a good evening.